Today, I'm taking you inside a typical Chinese middle school to answer a simple question. What does a $2 lunch get you for 3,000 students? We'll see what they eat, ask them if they like it, and I'll share some thoughts on what parenting looks like here. This is my second visit recently. The first was for a parents' open day, but today is different. I'm here as an official parent representative for my son's class. My mission? To eat lunch with the students and see for myself if the food is truly good for them. It's a transparent system. The school invites parents in to help them improve, all for the benefit of the kids. I really appreciate this team effort. It's a rainy day, so the campus has a quiet, calm feeling. The students are still in class, which gives me a few moments to wait for them in the canteen. I'm here early, just like any worried parent would be, wanting to see everything for myself. Wow, the lens is a bit blurry from the rain, but that just makes it more real, right? We're almost there. This school is massive, with about 3,000 students learning here. We've arrived. The canteen is right under the main sports hall and has two floors. I'm heading to the ground floor to get my lunch. Wow, look at this place. It's incredibly spacious. There are two main options here. The first is the standard 12 yuan combo meal. For that price, you get a complete set: braised pork with yuba, stir-fried pork with chili, minced pork with cabbage, and vermicelli, a vegetable dish called Shanghai green, a side of longgu kelp soup, and rice. You can grab this combo at any of the windows from 1 to 10. The second option is a specialty station with unique dishes like gai jiao fan, rice with toppings, and braised pork rice. And here is a great feature. The sign says you can get free refills on the main stir fries, vegetables, and rice if you are still hungry. Junior high school education is a part of compulsory education and is free. However, the meals are not, but the price seems reasonable. This combo meal, with three meat dishes, one vegetable dish, and a soup, would cost between 15 and 21 yuan at a restaurant in my area.
主要是这个扫码的这里。这扫码了，好好好，我先拍一下。
A staff member explained the feedback process to me. I just need to scan a QR code, which takes me to a WeChat mini program where I can submit my review. I just have to remember to take a photo of my meal first. I arrived at this canteen a bit earlier. There we'll start eating 5 minutes later, and I can choose all of these windows to pick up whatever I want to eat. And I will use the barcode, the WeChat Pay or Alipay, to pay the fee. And the students can use their face or use their card to pay. Suddenly, the canteen comes alive. The students pour in, running as if they are in a race. But interestingly, not everyone is heading to the main counters. They are flocking directly to the specialty window for the braised pork rice. I wonder if it's just that much more popular, or if the other windows aren't fully open yet. The standard combo stations are still quiet.
好的，好的，好的。你看一下这是什么的。
Now the crowd is moving towards the combo meal windows. Let's take a closer look. Yep, those are exactly the dishes listed on the board. This minced pork with cabbage and vermicelli looks great, and the greens are so fresh. Since every window offers the exact same combo, the long lines shouldn't be a problem. Let's see how it holds up during the real lunch rush.
这边是一样的。这边是一样的菜。对，大餐都是一样的菜。都是
12块钱。Alright, I'm jumping in line for the combo meal. Since this is what most students eat, it's what I should experience, not the specialty dishes. The screen confirms the price is 12 yuan. I'll scan the QR code to pay.
有点慢啊。 对，你可以放在这边。
The network is a bit slow, so I'll step aside to avoid holding up the queue.
我们扫一下这样。
I've got my meal. This stainless steel tray is very common in school or government canteens, though you usually get a plastic plate at a buffet-style restaurant outside.
弄个汤吧。
Now for a bowl of soup. I love having soup with my lunch, something we don't make very often at home. Time to sit down and experience the lunch. I'm about to eat what most of the students are having.
耽误你30秒钟。
A few kids bring food from home, but most are here. It's definitely peak time now. It's amazing to be eating here surrounded by so many young students. For such a large crowd, there's no sense of rush or chaos. It's surprisingly orderly. The food is delicious, and the portion is more than enough for a middle-aged adult like me. A growing student might need more, but they can always get a free refill. If I had one critique, it is that the meat is all pork. Adding chicken or fish would make it more balanced. Beef is probably too expensive to expect at this price point, but overall, I think it's very good. Now that I'm finished, I'll do what the students do and help with recycling. We pour the leftovers into the green bins and then sort the trays, bowls, and chopsticks into their separate containers. The school encourages students to finish everything, even running a clean plate campaign to reward those who avoid wasting food. There's even a student volunteer here to help guide the process. Now let me submit my feedback online. It's not just the parents, administrators, teachers, and school leaders all provide their feedback too. I just need to select a few options and upload at least one photo.
哎，馆长，你第二台下来啊？哦，你为什么吃的这么晚呢？
I see my boy. He mentioned that grade 7 is the last grade to have lunch under the school's current schedule. The peak rush is over. I watch as he tells the server he doesn't want any vegetables. This is a familiar worry. He's the same way at home, intentionally avoiding his greens. We always encourage him to eat them because vitamins are so important, especially vitamin C for his eyesight, which has become a bigger concern since he became nearsighted.
你的同学都吃了吗？哦，这你同学啊，有没有感觉这个好吃吗？
可以，还可以。
哦，你这个是多少钱呢？你这个
12块，
也是12啊？
特别好吃。
特别好吃啊！哦，拿掉。
He sits down with his classmates, but I notice they have the specialty dishes. They say they are delicious and that they also cost 12 yuan. Later, my boy actually told me that he didn't feel like having the specialty dish that day, even though he had the chance to.
包子啊、馒头啊、有粉呐、点心的都有，玉米都有。因为我们这是
我们家口味比较刁，然后可能没跟我们提过这里有早餐。
你有以后来也行的，试一下嘛。
对，是的，对。
The manager is warm-hearted. He mentioned that the canteen also serves breakfast. buns, mantou, rice noodles, and even popcorn. I suspect he's hoping for a great review, and I understand that. But my feedback isn't negative at all. As long as they're working to improve, that's what matters. Breakfast here is also cheaper than outside. A bowl of rice noodles is 6 yuan versus 8 or more elsewhere. He also explained that the specialty window is a treat. Students can only eat there once a week, which makes sense. It's a special occasion. Because there are only 2 windows, the lines are longer. The dishes change weekly, so students get something new next time. To manage the floor, only 4 classes are allowed to eat there each day. This system was optimized because the queues used to be incredibly long. I asked if students from other classes ever sneak in, and he said no. Their class schedules are staggered, so only the right classes are let out at that time.
每一周这个地方就换一次，是不是？
By the way, regarding the payment method, it's designed to be privacy conscious. Also, while students can still choose to use a physical card if they prefer, it's rare to see anyone using them now. Almost everyone has switched to facial recognition.
我已全部好评了。
谢谢。我在扫这些等一下我就。
好好。一般能吃得饱吧？
能的，还有免费加餐。
好了，我回去了啊。好。
This area shows the live video feeds from the kitchen and canteen. It's all out in the open. Having more eyes on the process can only be a good thing. The lunch rush for grade 7 is happening now. After they finish, the lunch service will be over.
你这听就行。
好，谢谢。
I'll head out this way. This bakery is popular, and this vending machine sells milk. I want to take one last look at the playground, so I exit through this door. The air is so fresh, and the campus looks even cleaner after the rain. Later, back at home, I asked my boy again, "So, what do you really think of the school food?" He said, "Maybe it was better because you were here today. It might be a little different on a normal day, but I doubt it's ever bad." Even at home, he sometimes complains that our cooking isn't delicious. Our response is always, "If you are not satisfied, you can try cooking yourself." He just said, "Fun." And that's the thing. You can complain, but you can't just complain without doing anything. Responsibility is a core value we try to instill. Considering others before yourself is a cornerstone of a harmonious society. Of course, this doesn't mean you don't care for yourself. You have to look after your own well-being. But the idea is to think about your family and friends first. It's a balance. If you want something to eat, you ask if anyone else is hungry. We believe the only way to build this awareness is to cultivate it from a young age. When I'm old, I don't expect my children to support me financially. But I do hope they will remember their parents, that they want to visit, share their lives, and celebrate holidays with us. That would be enough. That's all for today's sharing. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.
好，谢谢啊。